How's it? Today is Monday, April 18th, and I have some snatch work today. Um, Today's just an increase from last week, so I think this would make 4 weeks of gradual increases on this block power snatch to make it still relatively easy. Today was not the easiest for the power snatch. This is definitely the heaviest I've gone, 14 kilo, or sorry, 12 kilos up from where I started. Um, and I don't know, like, I think I could honestly go for one more week. It's not really super crazy, but we'll see what Steve wants me to do moving forward. And yeah, so 82 today. Um, the snatch deadlifts or snatch Romanian deadlifts are at 93, which makes my snatch push press plus overhead squat also at 93. These are RDLs themselves are getting to be a little bit difficult. I typically have really good range of motion, but now that it's a little bit heavier than where I started at, it's getting difficult. But I'm I am able to put it together. I think for what it is now. Um, I think the biggest thing today was that I had to really rush through my workout because there's so many things that were going on today. Um, Normally I don't go to Taiko on Mondays, but given how last week went for Taiko practice for the here's my first set by the way. Given how Taiko practice went last week for that one song I'm playing for at spring concert, which is on May 7th, I think it's whatever the first Saturday of May is. Um, I am gonna have to make time today, tomorrow, probably Wednesday, um, to go back to Stanford and practice with them. I am not the biggest fan of that, but I think given that I already agreed to do that, this is kind of what I have to do. So today I don't know. Today was crazy. So today I went to work at Sunnyvale. Then I had to go to the doctor's during my lunch break, so I didn't eat anything during lunch, and didn't have time to eat. So I got back to work, and then I came straight here. So I went from San Jose to San Jose, back to Sunnyvale, back to Campbell to lift right now, and then I'm gonna go to. Well, I already did this. Then I went to Lululemon on Santana Row, which is not immediately on the way back to Stanford. Then I went to Panda Express because I needed to eat something, and then I went to Stanford, and now I'm home, and I don't have a lot of time to do really anything that I need to. That one right there, that rep right there, that was a miss. That's why I looked around. So this set, I kind of do 4.5, maybe 5 reps if you want to count that first one. Reason why I say that first one was a miss was because if I wanted to stabilize that overhead, I would not have been able to. So that to me is a miss. And so then Larry was like, "Was that 5?" And I was like, "Yeah." I don't know if you could hear that, but he asked, "Was that 5?" And I was like, "Yeah, I missed the first one." This is my last set. I think I am trying to focus on pushing my legs a little bit more at the beginning rather than rocking into a position that is based on tempo. The first rep for each of these sets, it's usually a little bit better than all the others, but I try my best to get positioning first and then move rather than rocking into position, rather than moving first and then getting position. If that makes sense. Um, Whatever it is, I made them all. Well, I guess except for that fourth set, first rep. After that, I moved into my RDLs here. So yeah, so that first rep of the range of motion was normally how it looks, and then it kind of gets a little bit away from me. See there, it's not the best. I typically can keep my lower back pretty extended, and I don't know, almost reach the ground. But you can see it kind of dipping into flexion. a little bit right at the end range of motion, and that is not something that I am very happy about or proud of with regards to my RDLs here. So this is telling me that it's starting to get heavy. But yeah, I think that this is an area where I can grow. So that is super helpful for me, finding something that I'm not super great at. So yeah. Again, these are all basically me rushing through the workout. And then after this, I do my snatch, push, press, overhead press. Sorry, overhead squat. I did have a little bit more time, so I actually took, I think, one more set of warm up than I have done in the past, which I think does help a lot because it's kind of a jarring increase to go from 60 to 93. But I think that's what I did last week, if I remember. So I got bar 60, 80, and then 93. Here's my last set for my RDLs. I think next week is the week that we're gonna be start switching out of this kind of setup for my programming. I think that's what Steve was mentioning. We'll push for this 1 week and then we'll kind of reevaluate. So I don't expect myself to be doing RDLs next week, or if I do, it's gonna be not 5.5s. Most definitely, it's gonna be something else. And I imagine my snatch, push, press plus overhead squat is gonna go to 3+1s or change completely. We'll see. We'll see. I'll bet myself. But yeah, so my warming up here. These warm-ups I did fairly close in time to each other. And then I took a little bit of longer rest between my last warm-up here at 80 and then my first set, or I guess my only set at 93. And then after these snatch, push, press, overhead squats, I actually didn't feel comfortable having. Here's my set. Look at that speed. Look at that speed. Look at me go. But as I was saying, after this set, I actually didn't feel comfortable with my time available. I could have stayed a little bit longer to do more pull-ups and do more GHD sit-ups, but I ended up just saying, I don't have time, so I'm gonna move forward and go on. So I left with just 2 sets for both of these. I think it's okay. As long as I don't do it frequently, then it's okay. Another thing to note is that today, just because I've been moving around so much and it's been so crazy, I have a massive headache right now. I don't know if it's gonna go away. I don't know if it's because I didn't eat a lot today, but whatever the case is, it's pounding right now. I hope I don't get sick. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.